You can go ahead and think it's all gravy if you want to when you're incarcerated and they decide to discipline you. Trust me, confinement ain't the only place they put you and the only thing they do when you get in trouble.
Haha, I'm the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around, I'll bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch you with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2, cause violent first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone and my charger don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
What's up, y'all? Y'all already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. I want to tell everybody welcome back. Y'all already know I'm Kfrog. And today I'm going to be touching topics about something that a lot of people have been asking me as far as when it comes to being disciplined when you're incarcerated. Now, before I even get into it, I want to let y'all know that I'd say 90% of the videos that I put out, when you think about it, when you think about the meaning behind the video, at the end of the day, you could look at it and be like, well, from Frog's footage, it looked like he had fun in there, so prison ain't that bad, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that there is also bad times, that I will never forget. You understand? I remember all the times I was disciplined and everything I went through. I remember when that time was dragging, when that time didn't seem like it was moving as fast as it normally does. I remember when I was sitting in them cells like, man, damn, this shit sucks, dog. I can't wait for this to be over with, So since that comes to me so much, and I have people always asking what else they do to you besides confinement, I felt like I'm going to make a video and I'm going to let y'all know from my experience of what they were doing as far as discipline while I was incarcerated, all right? Everybody already knows confinement. No matter where you go, they're going to have confinement. You're going to go to the box. You get in trouble, they'll send you there, and you'll be sitting in a cell. You ain't coming out the shower but 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, with your hands cuffed behind your back, a flap in the door that you got to lean over and stick your arms out and get cuffed just to get escorted to the shower, okay? That right there is a common thing when it comes to prison. You're going to have the box, just like the county jail. You feel me? There's going to be a box. If not, they're going to transfer you somewhere where there's a box. Now, I'm not strictly speaking on confinement in this video. I'm going to tell you everything else that, they basically do, all right? One is they'll whoop you. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, I done been to some camps where them officers will take you out of camera sight to where you are not in the view being seen by cameras, and they will straight up whoop you. Straight up. They'll jump you. They'll act like they want a one-on-one fight with you. They'll take all their equipment and all their shit off, acting like they're going to give you a fair one, and they will literally grease you. You feel me? And at the end of the day, you could square off with them. You know what I'm saying? You could get in there and start, but then all the other ones that are standing there looking around, what you think that they're just to watch? Yeah, at first, to make you feel comfortable enough to go ahead and swing. And then once y'all start getting it in or whatever, if they feel like you're getting off, or they feel like you got the ups, or you're winning, or you hit that officer too hard, they're going to jump in, and they're going to jump you. And then they might do it bad enough to where they all just lie on paperwork and say that you attacked a fellow officer, so they jumped you and beat the dog shit out of you and made you look all banged up and put you in confinement. It's real crooked the way they do stuff like that. Straight up. They sitting there waiting for you to swing. As soon as the officer hits you and you go to fighting back, even though they said it was going to be a one-on-one fight, off camera, man-to-man, mano-y-mano, that shit don't always fly. Them officers, at the end of the day, they don't want to lose to an inmate. For real. That's one way that they discipline you. They'll bring you out of there and they'll decide to rough you up. Okay? Now, another thing they did while I was incarcerated is they make you cut grass. Yep. No matter what time of day it is. They'll tell you to grab that Flintstone. When I was at Calhoun CI, right next to the building, right where center gate is, there's a whole line of Flintstone lawnmowers. You get caught talking, you do anything that they feel like you shouldn't be doing, if they just want to be a dickhead for the day, they're going to tell you to grab you a Flintstone. And you got to literally cut this grass. Y'all know what Flintstones are? I did a video on them a long time ago, but what they are is they are a push lawnmower that literally is just a long blade with spikes and shit, and you gotta run fast in order to cut the grass. It's literally got 2 wheels on it, it's got a hand, and you gotta run, and you gotta run, and the faster you go, the more it will cut the grass. You see what I'm saying? They'll have you doing stuff like that, straight discipline, for no reason though. You know, a lot of times, you know, it's understanding when they have you doing it because you broke the law or you didn't follow the rules. But there's times that they'll just make you do it because they didn't feel like, you know, they didn't feel like they should have been at work today. So they see you walking across the compound. Hey, inmate, come here. Where you going? Oh, I got a call out to medical. Oh, yeah? What time's your call out? 7:30. Well, it's 7 o'clock. You shouldn't have left your dorm. Go grab that Flintstone for 30 minutes. Like, you're like, man, Sarge, what? Oh, what, you got a problem? Oh, they'll bring you to confinement. You know, a lot of times, people will do what the officers say before it leads to confinement because they don't want to go to the box. But you got some hard-headed people that the box ain't shit to, like me. Like, I ain't finna be tried. I'm not gonna be, you know, talked to any kind of way by an officer. You ain't finna curl me and act like I'm your do-boy or something like that. I'll go to confinement before I grab that Flintstone, depending on what I got going on the compound. You know, like obviously if I got like a phone in the dorm or something, or if I got money going on or people owe me a lot of money, of course I'm not gonna do no dummy shit. You got that, Sarge? I'll grab that Flintstone and I'll cut the grass. But I ain't finna be, you know, if I ain't got shit going on and I can risk going to confinement right now, you ain't finna be talking to me any kind of way, because they got officers in there that are literally like 21 years old, 22, younger than me, telling me when to go to sleep, when to eat, when to shit, all that. I'm not with that, bro. You know, at the end of the day, it's a respect thing in my eyes, you know? Now, when it comes to them making you do the Flintstone shit, the weather don't matter. That's another thing, okay? It don't matter if it's sunny out, it don't matter if it's raining out. Literally. You feel me? You could stand there. I remember at Center Gate at Calhoun, they had a bunch of squares painted on the ground. Just a bunch of squares. The first square would say like medical. The next one would say education. The next one would say kitchen. All them squares, everybody's got to stand right behind each other in line. You got to stand in one of them squares in the line to where you're supposed to be going. It could start pouring out. Pouring rain. And you'll be standing out there 25, 30 minutes with all your everything. Whatever you're bringing to the school building, if you got school today, whatever you're bringing with you to medical, whatever it may be, you're standing there getting soaking wet. Them officers are standing there too. But at the same time, them officers love that shit because they know it's aggravating you. They don't really care. They be wearing them jackets, the ones that get wet on the outside but stay dry on the inside. They be standing right out there for no reason, just having people stand out there in the rain. It don't matter if it's chow time and it's pouring down rain. They're gonna pop that door to go to chow. You're gonna have to go out there and get soaking wet to go to chow. It ain't like, all right, let's wait till it stops raining before we call chow. No, it keeps going. The same time you're supposed to get fed, whether it's snow, sleet, or sunny out, or raining, boy, your ass is going out there if you want to eat. You want to go to canteen and it's pouring down rain, you're going to be standing out there in that line if you want to, be ordering all your items out of the rain. Straight up. They're not going to wait till it stops raining to let you go out there to chow. You feel me? They're going to have your ass standing out there in the middle of the rain. You could be on your way to Vizzo in your visitation blues. You done got all nice cut up. You look all good, so when your family comes, you know, they see how nice you look. And they got you standing out there in the pouring down rain. Rec yard, same thing, pouring down rain. That shit don't stop. You feel what I'm saying? These are certain things that they do, you know, for a discipline reason. Even if you don't deserve to be disciplined at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Another thing. You'll see a lot of inmates walking around with gloves on and a trash bag. They'll tell you to walk around and pick up trash around the compound. For the simplest shit. You could be walking across the compound, no officers around or nothing. You and your homeboys are like 2, 3 in a line. Y'all are walking, y'all are talking, y'all all got to call out you're going there. Them officers don't like that y'all were talking. Start picking up trash. Now they're going to give you a pair of gloves, a bag, and now you're walking around the compound. Everything you had to do today stops. Everywhere you were supposed to go, you're not going. You have to walk around and pick up trash with the same gloves they got in the doctor's office and a trash bag. Walk around the compound. Everything you had going on stops. And it don't matter if you got to call out for the law library. You could be like, man, hold on, Sarge, I'm supposed to go to law library. I got a deadline to put my, to put my appeal in, man. Or I'm trying to go home. I got a deadline. Well, shit, you're going to have to wait till tomorrow. Like, what do you mean? I said I got a deadline. If I don't mail it out today, then it might not get there in time for my appeal. I'm in here for 30 years. I'm trying to get my time back, and you're sitting here holding me up by doing this little petty shit because I was talking, Sarge. Today's not the day. And then next thing you know, you go to get in an argument, boom, cuff up, confinement, you go. Now you definitely ain't going to be able to put your appeal in. I mean, at least in time. Because by the time you get anything back there, as far as pens, your work, your legal work that you need to send out, all that stuff, boy, your deadline done been passed, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy. You feel me? They have you pick trash up, okay? I don't know if any of y'all ever been in a camp where they tell you to sweep the sun off the sidewalk. They'll literally give you a broom and tell you they want you to sweep the sun off the sidewalk or the shadow off the sidewalk, depending on what the officer tells you. You know damn right well if that sun's shining, that shit ain't never gonna stop shining on that sidewalk until it moves. So he just wants you to walk back and forth sweeping that bitch. Sweeping it. That's it. And they keep looking. Why you ain't sweeping that sun? Why that sun's still on my sidewalk? Like, let's be real. Okay, I'm really gonna sit here and don't worry, Sarge. I'm gonna get the sun off the sidewalk. I got you. Don't worry. I'm gonna get rid of it. No, that shit ain't going nowhere. That's just some bullshit they want to do to you. You know what I'm saying? That's just things they like to do, to make you feel like you're lower than them. You feel me? And trust me, there'll be people out there trying to sweep that bitch off there, though. They do. You might see 5 people lined up, all with a broom on the same sidewalk, walking up and down. Back in the day, before I went to prison, they used to tell inmates to pick up cigarette butts. That's back when there was cigarettes in prison. They tell you to pick cigarette butts up, straight up. Or since officers like to chew dip and spit it everywhere, they tell them to go pick all the tobacco up that they see. And they'd literally see you picking up cigarette butts and all that shit, and they'd spit right there, expecting you to pick that shit up freshly right then and there. As they just ding, spit it out. You know what I'm saying? That's like, they try to belittle you, Another thing they did while I was at Calhoun is we had a lot of these birds. They were finches. They were the little small birds like this. They used to fly and swoop in and out of the chain link fence, the big chain link fence with the barbed wire and all that razor wire around it. They would land all in it and stand all in it and stand all on the tip top. They would tell us, walk up and down this gate and don't let them birds land on my fence. So here you got, literally, I'm talking about hundreds of them. It ain't like there's just like 10 or 20. I'm talking about hundreds of these birds, okay? And they're on the fence. So when you walk near it, they all floop up in the air. You know what I'm saying? And then now you're walking along the gate, and then they all land on that end. And then when you walk back along this right here, they all fly in the air and land back on this end. And then so it's basically getting you to walk up and down the gate all day at the pace to where you make the birds keep jumping up and landing, jumping up and landing, jumping up and landing, jumping up and landing. You get what I'm saying? That's supposed to be a discipline thing that they do, which to me, I feel like it's just bullshit. It'd be the littlest things, like they want to make you feel like you're wrong, and then this is what they're going to do to you. Because like I said, when you're a pro at confinement, like me, and a bunch of my dogs, like when you've been to the box so many times, they know you know how to do box time. They're going to try all they can to discipline you any other way than confinement. They're going to feel like, nah, you're not getting off that easy and going to the box. Straight up. They'll fuck around and they'll tell you, check this out. Take these gloves, take this Ajax, take this chemicals, take this toothbrush, not a sponge, toothbrush, and you're going to clean all the bars that are on the windows in all the dorms. You're going to scrub the toilets. You're going to scrub the shower heads. You're going to scrub the sinks. You're going to get you some sandpaper. They'll end up giving you sandpaper. And they want you to buff the metal mirrors that are inside of each open bay bathroom, that are inside of cells. You're going to buff them shits until you can see your reflection. Same thing with the toilets. The chrome looking toilets. You feel me? They want you to make them shits and sand them and buff them so much to where you can see your reflection. You feel me? Certain things like this they'll have you doing just for a discipline thing. Just like when I was in prison, they came out with the DR squad. I got put on the DR squad before, and that's when you get a write-up, and instead of going to confinement, they put you on this squad to where you just go around and you clean shit. Straight up. And what they did is they gave us all a pair of boots. The boots that they gave us had orange spray paint on them. Like a shiny orange. So they knew you were part of the DR squad when they seen you. You feel me? And then they give us an orange shirt. Instead of a regular white shirt that you wear, instead they give you an orange one. So now you're walking around, you got the boots on, you got the shirt, they know that you're in some type of trouble, you're part of the DR squad. And then they have you going around from dorm to dorm. There might be an old abandoned dorm, they got you 10 deep in there, throwing everything out, carrying all them heavy ass bunks, which them bunk beds are heavy as hell now. Takes a couple people to lift them. In there painting, got us painting and shit. Repairs on the roof, got people up there fixing the wood on the roof. Like different shit like that. That's the stuff that they're gonna throw at you as discipline. But for me now, I don't know if it was just me. You know, a lot of people would complain, you know, that, man, I don't wanna do this shit, bro. I'd rather go to the box. But me personally, I'm gonna be real with you. I love the DR squad. For real. And people used to be like, bro, nah, you like this shit, bro. I'd rather go to the box, bro, and lay down, bro. I ain't working for these officers like that, bro. Man, hell no, dog. I ain't on this shit, bro. Got me out here slaving. I used to love it because I'm doing things that no one else on the compound's doing. Straight up. Boy, they got me painting. Boy, there ain't people walking around painting. They got me on the roof, boy, trying to fix repairs and shit. I'm up here, boy, I'm on the roof. You know what I'm saying? Anyone else try to jump up on that roof, boy, they gonna hit that alarm like you trying to jump the gate or something. Like, even though we're doing some hard-ass work with limited materials and limited things to use, at the same time, bitch, I'm working. I'm getting my mind off my time. I'm doing things for 30 days, bitch, I got a job. That's how I'm looking at it. Or if it was 45 days, boy, I got me a job outside, working on this damn dorm, bitch, I'm pressure cleaning. Like, you know, stuff like that, that they don't normally have anybody else do other than people that is their job title. You know, like the maintenance squad's gonna do maintenance. The plumbing squad's gonna do plumbing. Kitchen's gonna do kitchen. You get what I'm saying? Boy, you got me over here because I got in trouble. Y'all got me doing shit that they ain't even doing. You know? That's how I looked at it. And it was making my time go by. And I was outside. I got to go, you know, walk around the pound most of the time, even though the orange shirt made me stick out. You feel me? But after a while, me and my dogs would wear two shirts. You know, put the white one on, walk around, boom, 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 boom. When I need to go ahead and get from over here to over here, boom, boom. Next thing you know, I put the other one on, you know, take the one off, walk with it in my hand, like, you know, trying to finesse my way. That was my license. That's how I was driving across the compound. You feel me? They didn't have DR squad that long, though. You feel me? They eventually stopped it, you know, but it was kind of fun while I was there, you know, because I remember when they didn't have it. And then all of a sudden, bam, you're participating in this new program we got called the DR squad, which is people who got disciplinary reports. But instead of giving you confinement, we're going to make use out of you. Because a lot of people want to go to the box, lay down, you know, and that's when the officers really got to do their job, when you're in confinement, believe it or not. Because when you're on the compound, everything's up to you. When it's time for chow, you go eat chow. When you get there, the inmates are serving chow. You get what I'm saying? It's all up to the inmate. When you're in confinement, them officers, even though they're not the ones that make the food gets brought to them by inmates that made it inside the chow hall. You know, and then they have a couple orderlies, confinement orderlies that hand the food out and all that stuff. But them officers still got to walk around with their key and open each flap so everyone can get their tray, put their cup of juice or their cup of water or their cup of watered down milk or whatever it is, their tea, stick it, like they still got to do a job in confinement. Them officers got to do more than they would on the compound. Straight up. So a lot of inmates take advantage of that shit and want to go back there and lay down and make these officers work for once instead of being professional button pressers where they just press a button, pop a button, let everyone do what they want. You go over there, pop, 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 pop. That's all they normally do. Now in confinement, boy, making they get their hands on it and they got to do some type of work. But me, I'm telling you, boy, that DR squad, that shit was where it was at. They're like, man, we gonna make something out of you. We're gonna make it to where you working for free. Because they got pride programs at certain camps you go to down here in the state of Florida. And pride, them inmates actually get paid to work. You know what I'm saying? And it depends on what it is that they're doing as far as for their job title. You know, like what pride does at that camp. Okay? Like I'll give you a couple examples. One thing that they do is, I don't know if y'all remember back in the day, the machines where you put the quarters in it and you push it in. When you pull it out, it gives you a piece of cardboard, and when you open it up, it's a sticker. You know what I'm saying? Well, I've been to one camp where the Pride program made the football stickers that go on the machines like that. Normally you see them at like bowling alleys or skating rings, or used to be in front of like the grocery stores right by the exit. You know, you put the 3-4 quarters in there and you push it in, pull it out, and it gives you the cardboard with the stickers. The camp I was at where they made those, I didn't even know inmates were the ones that cut all those out and made all those and shipped all those to stores. I had no idea. But the camp I was at, everybody had football stickers on their cups, you know, had a bunch of them inside of their lockers, all on their lockers and their photo albums, like, because, you know, they were getting them from Pride. All right, another thing is spiral notebooks, the ones that got the little shit on the edges like that. Those, there was another place I was at where they made those, and they made boxes and boxes of spiral notepads and send them out. You feel me? The last thing that I seen, which was mind-blowing, I never knew at all that this actually took place from inside of prison, is when you run a red light in your car and that camera takes a picture of you and they mail you your ticket, that right there, depending on, I'm not saying it only comes from inmates, but the camp I was at, they used to mail them people their tickets for running red lights. So I'm like, damn, you get a ticket in the mail for running a red light because the camera took a picture of your tag, but really they got this Pride program inside of this prison that have all these inmates in here, and they're just going on their computers in the little work area, and they're printing them out, boom, 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 and mailing them, printing them out, boom, boom, and mailing them. You see, like little things like that, but they get paid for that. Pride gets paid. As soon as you get arrested in Florida and you're going to prison, once you get to the reception center, they're gonna ask you, would you like to sign up for Pride? Everybody says yes, because that's like working and getting paid, when literally everyone else isn't getting paid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you might get to a camp and there might be 45 Pride workers out of 12 to 1,300. Them 45 workers are the only ones getting paid. You see what I'm saying? And that's how it is. So that's why with the DR squad, it's just like free labor. You're giving them free labor. That's part of the discipline of your actions of getting in trouble. You know, and a lot of times people aren't 100% guilty when it comes to getting written up and getting DRs and getting in trouble and shit, you know, but nobody wants to say nothing. That's the code of prison. So you gotta wear that. If you get caught up and you get blamed for some shit like that, you could say it wasn't me, but in order to find out you're not guilty, you'd have to say who it was then. And you know, I'm not gonna say who it was. So I'll be like, man, I don't know what y'all talking about. You know, shit. I don't know what y'all talking about. That's the main thing that I say. Okay, well, if you don't tell us who did it then you're getting a DR. Well, shit, you already know. You're gonna have to go ahead and do your paperwork then, Sarge, because I'm telling y'all I don't know what y'all talking about, but y'all want to be dickheads and write me up, then do what you gotta do. You feel me? And then I'm aware of that. That's because at the end of the day, then it's like you broke the code. You see? And then now here you are doing free labor. Straight up, toting these big ass, heavy ass shit across the compound. They might put you in laundry and have you toting mats to an abandoned dorm. There'll be a dorm of like it was shut down and vacant, and it's got 90 beds in there. After you're done cleaning it and all that, painting it and mopping and doing everything they want you to do, they'd send you and the rest of the people from the DR squad up there to laundry, and all y'all gotta tote like 70 to 80 mats back. So that way there's mats already in that dorm. So here you go walking all the way to medical, getting these big ass, heavy ass mats, toting it all the way across the compound, walking back and forth, doing it all day. You see what I'm saying? These are just some of the things that they do, you know, inside of prison, you know, while I was there, okay? It might be different now. It might have changed. They might not have it like that no more. Some of y'all might relate, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I gotta share with y'all what it was like when I was in there, the experiences of what I went through. And I always will remember how much bad time I had as well as good time, okay? It's easy for me to talk about it and smile about it now because it's over with. It's in the past. I knocked it out. You feel me? Other than that, there's been plenty of times where I was like, man, this shit sucks, bro. I can't wait to go home. You feel me? This time's dragging. Like, damn, bro, you know? So I think about the bad times so much, but I only give y'all the good times. You get what I'm saying? I tell y'all all the good times. I let y'all know all my footage was all good times. But at the same time, there was times where I couldn't get a cell phone in confinement when I needed it. You know, I'm back there stressing, trying to do it, wheeling and dealing, trying to get shit going on. You know, you're only limited to so much that you could do when your hands are tied. You feel me? But it never stopped me from trying. You know, sometimes I got a phone back there within 2 days. Some days it took 5 days. Sometimes it took 2.5 months. Sometimes I wasn't even able to get one during this bid in the box. You know, it was always some type of different ways. You understand? Because it's literally, like I said, it is even harder to try to do something when your hands are tied. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video on up. I want y'all to do me a favor now. Y'all drop in the comment section. Let me know what type of discipline, tactics they did where you were locked up. Or if you knew someone that was locked up and they used to tell you, man, they got me in here doing this, such and such. I want y'all to put that in the comment section because I'm always open to look at what it's like somewhere else, what someone else went through. Or if they made y'all do the same shit as me. If they try to tell you to sweep the shit off the sidewalk, you know what I'm saying? Or pick up cigarette butts, how they did back in the day. Or if they had DR Squad, it might have a different name somewhere else. But if they had something like DR Squad, share it with the people. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that looks at the comments. Other people as well. I be seeing people will leave comments and other people will comment under their comment and there'll be a whole conversation going under. I love that shit because not only is my video helping y'all and I'm sharing my experience, but y'all also communicating with each other and you're learning just as much from someone else's comment that I'm learning. You feel me? That's why I love when y'all do that. So y'all do me that favor and let me see in the comment section. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video on up. I appreciate y'all watching. Like I always say, do me that solid. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out if you ain't hit it on the way in. Remember to keep them squares, rats, clowns, chomos, pedos, wannabe gunners, fake ass island boys, fucking wannabe gangbangers, clowns out your circle. Until next time, you already know, just the one and only Frog.